Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Brain.
We're really happy you're here with us today.
Today's topic is how to describe January in simple English.
This is an English podcast for speaking fluency, so listen, repeat, and practice with us.
If you want to talk about this month, your feelings, and your plans in clear English, stay with us until the end.
You'll hear lots of useful phrases, example sentences, and real conversations about January.
And before we start, if you enjoy learning English with real conversations, please like this episode.
And subscribe to the English Brain so you don't miss our weekly podcast lessons. Your support really helps.
Let's start with a question for you.
When you hear the word January, what comes to your mind?
Maybe you think about cold weather and dark mornings.
Maybe you think about new goals and the fresh start.
Maybe you feel hopeful.
Or maybe you feel a little bit low and tired after the holidays.
January can feel very different for each person.
Today, we will talk about January using simple, useful English so you can describe it in your own words.
First, let's talk about basic facts about January.
January is the first month of the year.
It comes right after December and before February.
In many countries, January is a winter month. It's often cold and sometimes it snows.
In some countries, January is part of the rainy season.
In others, January is hot because they are in the southern hemisphere.
So your January might be cold and dark or warm and sunny.
You can use simple sentences like,
January is the first month of the year.
January is usually cold where I live.
Or, January is usually warm where I live.
January is a quiet month after the holidays.
Let's repeat slowly.
January is the first month of the year.
January is the first month of the year.
January is usually cold where I live.
January is usually cold where I live. Now, let's describe the weather and atmosphere in January.
We can use very simple adjectives.
Cold, hot, dark, bright, rainy, snowy, dry, windy, foggy.
And also words like quiet, calm, busy, slow.
For example, January is cold and rainy here.
January mornings are dark and quiet.
January nights feel very long.
January is bright and sunny in my country.
You can connect the weather and what you do.
Because January is cold, I stay inside and drink hot tea.
Because January is sunny, I like to go for walks.
Let's make a short dialogue.
What is January weather like where you live?
In my city, January is very cold and sometimes snowy.
What do you do in this weather?
I usually stay inside, drink hot chocolate, and watch movies.
That sounds cozy.
Yes, January feels quiet and slow, but in a nice way.
Now you, listening, try this pattern.
In my country, January is, and add 2 or 3 adjectives.
For example, in my country, January is cold, windy, and dark.
Or in my country, January is warm, sunny, and dry.
Now, let's talk about how January feels emotionally.
January is often a mix of feelings.
Some people feel hopeful and motivated.
They think, new year, new start.
Other people feel tired and a bit sad.
The holidays are finished, the decorations are gone, and life goes back to normal.
We can use simple sentence patterns like January feels.
Sometimes January feels.
For example, January feels fresh.
January feels quiet.
January feels a little sad.
January feels cold and slow.
January feels like a new beginning.
You can also say,
Sometimes January feels heavy for me.
Sometimes January feels exciting for me.
Let's repeat a few.
January feels fresh.
January feels fresh.
January feels quiet.
January feels quiet.
January feels like a new beginning.
January feels like a new beginning. January is also a month of new habits and resolutions.
A resolution is a promise you make to yourself for the new year.
For example, this year I will exercise more, or this year I will study English every day.
In January, many people start strong with their new habits.
Some common resolutions are, I want to lose weight,
I want to eat healthier.
I want to save money,
I want to read more books.
I want to improve my English.
You can talk about this in simple English.
In January, I start new habits.
In January, I try to eat healthier.
In January, I want to be more organized.
In January, I make plans for the year.
Let's make a short conversation. Do you have any new habits in January?
Yes, in January, I try to wake up earlier and walk every morning.
That sounds like a good start. What about you?
In January, I plan my goals for the year and try to read more books.
Nice. Now repeat after us.
In January, I start new habits.
In January, I start new habits.
In January, I make plans for the year.
In January, I make plans for the year. Now let's talk about reflection in January.
Reflection means thinking about the past and about yourself.
Many people look back at the last year and ask, what went well? What didn't go well?
They also look forward and ask, what do I want to change this year?
January is a natural time to reflect.
You can use simple English to say this.
January is a time to think about my life.
January is a time to reflect on the past year.
January is a time to set new goals.
January is a time to start again.
Let's turn this into a short dialogue. What does January mean to you?
For me, January is a time to think about my life and my choices.
Do you look back at the last year?
Yes, in January, I reflect on the past year and decide what I want to change.
That sounds very healthy.
It helps me feel more clear and focused.
Now repeat after us.
January is a time to think about my life.
January is a time to think about my life.
January is a time to set new goals.
January is a time to set new goals. Now, let's talk about January routines.
A routine is something you do regularly, like a daily or weekly pattern.
You can say, in January, I usually, and then your activity.
For example, in January, I usually go back to work and feel a bit tired.
Or, in January, I usually clean my house and organize my things.
In January, I usually write my goals for the year.
You can also talk about your daily routine in January.
In January, I usually wake up early because it's cold and dark.
In January, I usually drink hot tea in the evening.
In January, I usually go to bed earlier.
In January, I usually spend more time at home.
Let's listen to a mini dialogue.
What do you usually do in January?
In January, I usually rest after the holidays and organize my home.
Do you start new projects in January?
Yes, in January, I usually start one new project, like a class or a habit.
That's a great way to begin the year.
It makes January feel useful and fresh.
Now repeat with us.
In January, I usually...
In January, I usually...
Finish the sentence with your real routine.
Now, let's be honest about difficult feelings in January.
Sometimes January is hard.
For some people, January feels heavy. It's dark, cold, and money is low after the holidays.
For some people, January is a lonely month.
You can express these feelings in simple English.
For example, sometimes January feels a little depressing for me.
January feels lonely because the holidays are over.
January feels stressful because work starts again.
But we can also talk about positive feelings.
January feels exciting because I love new beginnings.
January feels peaceful because life slows down.
Let's hear a short, honest conversation.
Be honest, how does January feel to you?
Sometimes January feels a little sad and quiet for me.
Why?
Because the holidays are over and everything feels normal again.
I understand. For me, January feels exciting.
Why exciting?
I like new goals and the feeling of a fresh start.
That's a good way to see it.
Now, repeat after us.
Sometimes January feels a little sad for me.
Sometimes January feels a little sad for me.
January feels exciting because I love new beginnings.
January feels exciting because I love new beginnings. Now let's talk about January activities at home.
In many places, January is a month to stay inside more.
You can say things like, in January, I spend a lot of time at home.
In January, I stay inside and relax.
In January, I like to cook warm food.
In January, I watch a lot of movies or series.
In January, I clean and organize my room or my house.
Let's listen to a little conversation.
What do you like to do at home in January?
In January, I spend a lot of time at home. I like to cook soup and watch movies.
That sounds very cozy.
Yes, I enjoy the quiet time.
Now you, listening, try this sentence. In January, I spend a lot of time and add at home, reading, cooking, or relaxing.
For example, in January, I spend a lot of time reading in bed.
Now let's talk about January activities outside.
In some places, January's cold but still beautiful outside.
People might go for walks in the snow, go skiing, or just enjoy the fresh air.
In warm countries, January might be perfect for going to the beach or the park.
You can say, in January, I like to go for walks in the park.
In January, I like to go to the mountains.
In January, I like to visit cafes with friends.
In January, I like to take photos of the winter scenery.
Let's hear a conversation. Do you go outside much in January?
Yes, I try to go for a walk every day, even if it's cold.
Why?
Fresh air helps my mood. January is easier when I go outside.
I agree. What about you? In January, I like to visit a cafe, drink coffee, and watch people.
That sounds nice.
Now, let's connect January and English practice.
January is a perfect time to start or restart your English routine.
You can describe this in simple English too.
For example, in January, I want to improve my English.
In January, I'm planning to listen to more English podcasts.
In January, I'm going to start speaking English for 5 minutes every day.
You can also say, January is my month for English.
Or, January is a good month to build my English habit.
Let's make a January plus English dialogue. Do you have any English goals for January?
Yes, in January, I'm planning to listen to an English podcast every day.
That's a great plan.
I also want to practice speaking. Maybe I'll repeat after this podcast.
That's perfect for fluency.
Little by little, January can be the month when your English becomes stronger.
Now, let's listen to a full example description of January, like a short monologue. You can use this as a model to create your own. January is the first month of the year. In my country, January is usually very cold and sometimes snowy. The days are short and the nights are long, so it often feels dark and quiet. For me, January is a time to rest after the busy holidays. In January, I usually clean my house, organize my things, and think about my goals for the new year. Sometimes January feels a little sad and slow because the celebrations are finished. But it also feels fresh, like a new beginning, and I like that feeling. In January, I'm planning to improve my English. I want to listen to more podcasts, read more, and speak a little English every day. January is a quiet month, but a powerful one for starting new habits. Now it's your turn to practice.
We'll give you sentence starters. You can finish them in your mind or out loud.
In my country, January is...
January feels...
In January, I usually...
In January, I'm planning to...
Sometimes January feels a little sad.
For me, January is a time to...
You can pause this episode and answer each one with 1 or 2 sentences.
This will help your fluency and your confidence.
Okay, quick recap. Today, you learned how to describe January in simple English.
You learned to talk about the basic facts. January is the first month of the year.
The atmosphere and weather. January is cold and quiet. Your feelings. January feels fresh. Sometimes January feels sad.
Your routines. In January, I usually rest and organize my home.
Your goals and habits. In January, I start new habits. I'm planning to improve my English.
And your deeper meaning. January is a time to think about my life and set new goals.
Now, in the comments, write a short description of January for you. Write 4 to 6 sentences using some of the patterns from this episode. For example, in my country, January is cold and rainy. January feels quiet and a little sad for me, but also fresh. In January, I usually stay at home, drink hot tea, and watch movies. In January, I'm planning to improve my English by listening to podcasts every day.
Your comment will help other learners see real examples, and it'll help you practice writing and thinking in English.
If this episode helped you describe January in English, please like this video right now.
And subscribe to the English Brain for more easy English podcast lessons every week.
Remember, January is not just a cold month on the calendar.
It can be a quiet door to a new year, a new habit, and a new version of you.
It was nice talking to you.
Describe your January in the comments and see you in the next episode.